Hi, I'm Steph from the BMW DIY Guide. Do you want to easily improve not only your exhaust, but your engine performance as well? I'll show you how. All right, y'all, so let's talk about this project a little bit and the reasons why you very likely want to do this on your BMW car that has the S58 motor. So in this case, I'm looking at my new G87 M2, but this would be equally applicable to the new M3, the new M4, the X3M, any with a common exhaust line and the S58 motor. Now, what you may or may not realize is there's a crossover pipe. So your motor comes down, your downpipes come down, and then there's a crossover pipe from your turbos to your exhaust line. Now, for whatever reason, and you know, I love my BMWs, but sometimes I make decisions that don't make sense to me at all. That crossover pipe is actually squished in the middle as if they had a clearance problem, and there isn't. So what that does is that disturbs your exhaust. So coming down, it puts turbulence into your exhaust, which creates back pressure into your turbos. And there's a lot that you can do to change that. Now, you can have an amazing amount of benefit from a single crossover pipe. So this is the 3-inch crossover pipe from Evolution Racewerks. This is a fantastic product. It's super easy to install. You guys are gonna be amazed on how easy this is to install once I get underneath the car. But this is a 3-inch pipe without that big squish right in the middle where it gets all kind of an oblong shape, and I'll show you when we get there. But you can also get it thermally coated. So this is a ceramic coating on the pipe that also allows to keep more heat in your exhaust. More heat in your exhaust is faster, it means it's leaving the car faster. That means it's going out the back instead of back pressuring back into your turbos. You can get faster turbo response, faster spool up. All of that translates to performance when you step on the pedal. So this is such an easy change. I wanted to walk you through this. Go ahead and get your car up in the air. Now, before we get there, I'm always gonna say this. You can do this job easily with a jack stand and jacks, or something like my Quickjacks that you can see here. Make sure to check out that video. Now, please be careful. Don't do this on just a jack alone. Always use jack stands. Don't bet your life on a 50-cent part in your jack that can and will fail eventually. I've seen it happen, okay? So when you get underneath the car, make sure you do it in a safe fashion. All right, so let's slide underneath and I'll show you what the OEM pipe looks like. All right, y'all, so here we are underneath the car at the top of the exhaust line. And here is that crossover pipe that I was telling you about. And this really is about as simple as you're going to get for making any exhaust changes. And again, this pipe makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's got this squish design right here in the middle. It's been flattened out, which reduces the volume of the pipe. And then in addition, it's pretty heavy. So the new pipe is 3 inches straight through, is lighter. You can get it ceramic coated, has all of those benefits, and is such an easy change. Now, changing this out really couldn't be simpler. You've got two 13mm nuts at this end, and this is the top of your exhaust line right here. So two 13mm. You have two 13mm right here in the middle, and you've got two 13mm right here at the top. So you're probably going to need to use a deep impact socket or a 13mm wrench, depending on what you get to. I would undo the ends first, here and here, here and here, because the middle will help hold it up in place as you get those done, and then pull those down. So go ahead and undo those, and go ahead and take the pipe down, and then we're going to transfer the gasket to the new pipe. All right, so once you get those 13mm nuts off, especially those center ones, then you can just simply wiggle down this end from your downpipe, kind of work that flange out, and then you can slowly and carefully work this pipe free. Okay, now we're going to be transferring the gaskets off of this pipe to the new one. So make sure that they don't get chewed up while you do this. All right, so go ahead and pull this out and we'll take a look at the new pipe. So we can compare the new and old pipes side by side, especially when you pick them both up individually. You can tell how the OEM one is significantly heavier than the new one. So you're going to get a little bit of weight savings. You're going to get the advantage of better back pressure on your turbos. You're going to get better exhaust temperatures, especially if you do the ceramic coating. Now, there should be a gasket on the downpipe. It's still in the car, but as you can see, there's this silver gasket right here. So go ahead and very carefully pull that off. Now, if that gets chewed up, and if you've got a new car, there's no reason why that should be chewed up. But chewed up, replace it. But very carefully slide that off and slide it into the same position on the new crossover pipe, and then slide back underneath the car, and we're going to get this installed. All right, here, so back underneath the car, so you're just going to take the pipe, fit it back up into place in just the opposite way that you took it out. Put the flanged end in first to your exhaust line coming up. Walk it up through this space, walk it up and put it over your other down pipe right here. Fit it all back into place. I will usually put the 13 millimeter bolts here in the center to help hold it in place, but once it's really on the post, it doesn't move much either, okay? So go ahead and fit that back up, fit your 13 millimeters back on, and you're almost done. All right, y'all, so all done. Pipes in, the 13 millimeter nuts are tightened down. Now keep in mind with these kind of crush gaskets, they call them donut gaskets, you're not crushing these down flat, right? It is tightened down to snug and it seals up against that gasket. So make sure that those are tight, the ones at this end are tight, and then you've got your 13 millimeters here holding the pipe in place. Because I had them on loosely so I could get the pipe set and then tighten them down as well. Last thing you want to do is introduce any rattles or exhaust leaks. So make sure that these are all good, and then you're all done. Go ahead and slide it out from underneath it. Your job is done. All right, y'all, so go ahead and clean and put your tools away, and you can tell this is not a hard project whatsoever, and this is such a simple thing that you can do to help performance in your car. This can translate all the way through to better responsiveness out of your throttle, right? Because you have less back pressure through your turbos, you have better flow through your exhaust, you have more heat going out of the back than up into your engine, which means that your intercooler staying cooler. All of these things all fit together to make a difference in the performance of your car. Don't forget, the links for everything you need will be listed in the video description below. While you're there, please make sure to click like and subscribe. It makes a genuine difference to my channel, and I would truly appreciate it if you did so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next project.